Okay, so in this video, we'll be adding some default path into our VS Code, like PHP execution path, then also our terminal path, etc. Okay, so first of all, let's start with the PHP execution path because we have to set this path. Sometime this PHP IntelliFans, the extension that we installed in our previous video, this extension most of the time complain for the PHP execution path. As I'm using Laragon as my local development server, this means the PHP is only exists into this Laragon's working environment. The PHP is not globally installed in my PC, right? So I have to give the execution path to VS Code for prevent any kind of further errors. Okay, so how to do that? Press Ctrl Shift P. It will open a prompt. From there, you have to search for user setting JSON. This one. Just click on it. It will open the VS Code's default setting JSON file. And here we'll be adding our paths. Okay, so at the end, let's add a comma. Then I'll be putting some keys here. I don't need that for now. So we'll be adding the PHP path for these two keys. First is php.validate.executable path. Here we have to add our PHP path, and second one is artisan.php.location. Here also we have to add our PHP path. Now, if you're using Laragon like me, your PHP exists into a Laragon folder. For find that, click on root, this root button. Here in the top, you will find your exact path, right? Here you will find Laragon. Click on Laragon. It will put you inside the Laragon's main folder. Okay, from there you have to go to this bin folder. Open the bin and you have to find the PHP. Look at here, this is the PHP folder. In the PHP folder, I have several folders available here. In your case, you will find only one folder, which will start with PHP, then it will show the PHP version actually. So currently I'm using PHP 8.1. So open this folder, and inside this folder, you will find this php.exe. This is basically your PHP file, and part of this PHP you have to put inside of your VS Code setting. Got it? Let's go to our file manager again. Now what I'll do is, let's click on this bar, and here as you can see it's selected the entire path. Let's copy the path. Let's go back to code editor, and in the executable path we'll be adding the path. Okay, look at here, VS Code is giving us error because of this backslash. We have to add here double backslash, like that. Just replace all the backslash with double backslash here, and we're done. Now in the end we will add again double backslash, then php.exe. right? As I said, we have to add this php.exe path here. Okay, that will do the job. Now just copy this path and put this path into this artisan PHP location as well. So that's it. That's all we need for the execution path for the PHP. And one thing to mention, that if you are using any other local host, so in that case you have to put your own PHP execution path, and do it only if you are getting any kind of error into your VS Code. Mainly the error occur when you open a PHP file. It will pop up an alert here that PHP execution path is missing. If you get any kind of error like that, only in that case add the path here in the settings. If you are not seeing any kind of error in the VS Code, you can skip this part. It's totally fine. But if you are using Laragon, it have high chances that you will get this executable path error into your VS Code. So in that case, just put this two line and make sure you added the correct path, and the error will gone. Okay, so that's enough for our PHP execution paths. Now what I want to do is, I want to set the Laragon's default terminal as my default terminal of the VS Code. If you're not using Laragon, you can skip this portion and close this video and move into the next one. But if you're using Laragon, you can follow this step for making your Laragon's terminal as your VS Code default terminal. As you know, Laragon have a default terminal in it, which is cmdr. If I click on terminal button, it will open a terminal. Look at here, the terminal name is cmdr, and mainly we use this terminal for run any kind of PHP commands, or you can say Laravel commands. But what I like to do is, I like to use this terminal as my default terminal into the VS Code. You know that VS Code have a default terminal shell as well. If I click on Ctrl+J, it will open the terminal portion. By default, for me it is using PowerShell, but I don't want to use the PowerShell. So now what I'll do, I will replace this PowerShell and set this CMDR terminal as my default terminal. Okay, it's pretty easy. Just go to your JSON file again, setting JSON, and in the end I will add some codes which will be this one. So here, as you can see, we added a new key, terminal integrated .profile .windows. Then we added the default terminal path of Laragon here. Here, as you can see, we have a path. Basically, this is the Laragon path. If your Laragon is installed in the C drive, it's totally fine. You can use this path. You don't have to change anything. But if you installed your Laragon in any other drive, in that case, you have to provide your drive letter here. And this code will create a terminal profile for us. Now what we have to do is we have to set this Laragon profile as our default terminal profile. For that, we have to add another line here, which will be this one. Make sure you add a comma here. Okay, so the key name is terminal integrate .profile default profile .windows, and we are adding the name of our profile, which is Laragon. Okay, and you don't need to worry about this code. I'll be attaching this code into this video. You can just check those out. Okay, so we are done here. Now what you have to do is you have to press Ctrl+Shift+P and search for reload window. This one, click on it and it will reload your VS Code. Just wait a bit and it's done. Now you can press Ctrl+J, or you can click on this terminal option and click on new terminal, and it will open the terminal for you. Now look at here, by default we are getting the Laravel's terminal right now. If I try to add here php-v, look at here, it is giving me the PHP version. If I want to access the npm -v, it will give me the npm version, right? So everything is set, our VS Code setup is completed. So that's it for this video. I hope you understand, and from the next video we'll be start working with our project site. So see you at the next one.